Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Sophia, a urologist and men's health specialist with 5 years of hands-on experience helping guys navigate their health journeys. Today, I've got something special for you. Insights that could truly shift how you approach your personal life, boost your self-assurance, and even strengthen your overall well-being. This chat might feel a bit personal at first, but trust me, it's the kind of straightforward talk that can make a real difference in how you feel every day. Before we jump in, if you're finding this helpful already, give that like button a tap, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on more tips like this, and drop a comment letting me know your corner of the world. It's amazing to see how these conversations connect people from bustling urban spots to peaceful small towns and everywhere else. All right, let's get real. One big secret that doesn't get shared enough with men as they get older is that closeness and spark in relationships don't just fade away with time. That fire inside you, it doesn't come with a shutdown date. But I've talked to so many fellows in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even older who start believing they've outgrown those meaningful bonds or that their bodies are letting them down in ways they can't fix. The good news, that's often not the full story. A lot of these challenges stem from everyday routines we can tweak easily, starting today. And in this session, we're zeroing in on one area that comes up a lot in my office, those private moments of connection that might seem awkward to bring up, but actually pave the way for deeper trust, more enjoyment, and stronger partnerships. Over my years in the field, I've guided countless men just like you to regain their stride in health and relationships. The research backs it up. When guys get a clear picture of how their bodies function, along with the feelings and practical sides of things, they start making smarter moves. They rebuild those special ties with their loved ones and unlock a sense of ease they thought was gone for good. So let's unpack this step by step with some honest, actionable guidance. We'll cover 5 essential realities and common slip-ups men encounter when it comes to closeness, natural body responses, and building lasting bonds. Each piece connects to the next, and I bet the top one will catch you off guard. Let's kick off with a common misunderstanding that trips up a lot of people, assuming that a woman's natural moisture during intimate times is something unclean or off-putting. This idea is at the heart of so much unnecessary discomfort. But once you understand it, everything changes. Think of it this way. Our bodies are incredibly smart machines designed to keep things running smoothly. A woman's lubrication comes from a few key spots in her system's small glands near the entrance that produce a smooth substance to ease movement, another set that adds extra slip during excitement, and the upper area that releases a protective layer to maintain balance and ward off issues. These secretions are basically water mixed with helpful building blocks like proteins, natural cleaners, minerals, and a touch of acid that guards sensitive areas, cuts down on irritation risks, and makes shared moments comfortable and fun for both. From a feelings standpoint, if a guy pulls back or shows distaste, it can make his partner feel self-conscious or unwanted, which erodes the foundation of openness. In real life, this leads to strained interactions where no one feels at ease. The better approach: see these natural elements as positive signs that the body is ready and everything's in harmony. It's like nature's green light for safe, enjoyable closeness. Shifting your mindset here can transform hesitant encounters into confident, welcoming ones. Moving on to another frequent concern that pops up in quiet conversations, not paying attention to how scents and flavors can differ. This is something men whisper about in my clinic all the time, wondering if variations mean something's wrong. Here's the straight scoop from science. Everyone's body chemistry shifts based on what they eat, how much water they drink, hormone levels, daily stresses, and even meds they're on. For instance, loading up on fresh fruits like pineapple or oranges, staying well hydrated with plenty of water can lead to milder, more appealing notes. On the flip side, heavy hitters like garlic, strong spices, booze, or too much caffeine might amp up the intensity. Hormone cycles play a role too. During peak fertility times, things tend to be balanced and subtle, while other phases might bring slight changes, like a hint of tanginess after certain life stages or less volume as years go by. Emotionally, the key is recognizing that these differences are just part of being human. No one's the same day to day, just like how sweat after exercise varies from person to person. Practically speaking, if there's a sudden shift that's really off and comes with itchiness or unease, it could point to a simple imbalance, like an overgrowth of bacteria or yeast, which a quick check-up can sort out. It's not a red flag for the relationship, it's just biology doing its thing. The real error here is letting normal fluctuations turn into negative comments or avoidance. Instead, embracing them builds excitement and closeness. Guys, a positive attitude goes further than any critique ever could. Now let's tackle a crucial angle that can't be overlooked, making sure everything's safe. A lot of folks wonder if it's okay to fully engage with these natural aspects, like ingesting them during close moments. In committed, healthy relationships, the answer is generally yes. These fluids are primarily water with supportive elements that help maintain wellness, and they're often less concerning than everyday actions like sharing a sip from the same glass or a deep kiss. Studies show they're built to be protective rather than harmful. But, and this is important, they can potentially pass along infections if one's present, similar to how other body exchanges work. Things like common bugs that affect the reproductive system, skin conditions, or more serious ones could transfer, especially if there are small cuts in the mouth, sore gums, or open spots. The risk goes up without awareness of each other's health status. From an emotional view, being upfront about this stuff strengthens the bond. It's about caring, not suspicion. In practice, the smart move is getting checked regularly together, maybe every 6 months or so, and using protection in newer situations until you're both clear. The pitfall is thinking that feeling fine means everything's automatically okay. Real connection thrives on honesty and shared responsibility, turning potential worries into peace of mind. Another big hurdle I see derailing couples is keeping quiet when questions or changes arise, all because of that nagging embarrassment. It's heartbreaking how many strong relationships fade not from major problems, but from unspoken doubts. Maybe a scent shifts after a dietary change, or there's curiosity about trying new ways to connect, or safety concerns bubble up. If left unsaid, these grow into walls of misunderstanding. Biologically, our systems are always adapting. Life changes like reduced hormone levels in women can alter moisture, or health shifts might influence things temporarily. Emotionally, when one person clams up, the other senses distance, but doesn't know why, leading to feelings of rejection. In everyday life, this means minor glitches snowball, a treatable issue gets ignored. Moments together feel forced, and eventually, people drift apart. The mistake is bottling it up. The fix: start those talks with warmth and genuine interest. Say something like, "I've noticed this change. Want to check it out together." It turns potential awkwardness into teamwork. As a urologist, I always encourage men to lead with empathy. It not only solves issues, but deepens the emotional tie. And here's the powerhouse insight that ties it all together: overlooking how powerful full acceptance can be in reigniting that spark. When you welcome every part of your partner, including these natural expressions of her body, you're sending a clear message. I value all of you. I trust us completely, and I'm in this fully. Science tells us this kind of support helps her unwind, which naturally boosts her body's responses, like better lubrication and heightened enjoyment. On the emotional side, it mends old insecurities many women have carried about their own bodies from societal pressures or past experiences. In practical terms, it turns routine intimacy into something vibrant and carefree, where both feel free to explore without fear. The biggest oversight men make is viewing closeness as just physical steps, when really, the ultimate boost comes from making your partner feel cherished in every way. It's like unlocking a door to lasting vitality in your relationship. To make this even more useful, let's weave in some everyday tips from my expertise on how diet can play a positive role here. As a men's health specialist, I often advise guys to encourage healthy eating habits as a couple because what you put in your body affects everything, including those intimate dynamics. For better overall balance and milder profiles in natural fluids, focus on fresh, vibrant foods. Fruits like berries, citrus, and melons are fantastic. They're packed with water and natural sugars that promote hydration and a subtle sweetness. Veggies such as celery and cucumbers add crisp hydration too. Whole grains, nuts, and seeds provide steady energy without heavy aftereffects. On the flip side, cutting back on processed foods, excessive red meat, or strong, smelling items like asparagus in large amounts can help keep things neutral. Hydration is key. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water a day to flush out toxins and maintain smoothness. Probiotics from yogurt or fermented foods support gut health, which indirectly aids bodily balance. And for men, this applies to your own health too. Eating zinc-rich foods like oysters, pumpkin seeds, or lean meats supports hormone levels and vitality. Remember, these aren't magic fixes, but consistent choices backed by nutrition studies that show how diet influences body chemistry. Sharing meals like a fruit, packed smoothie, or a light salad can even become a fun way to bond while supporting each other's wellness. Building on that, think about how small lifestyle tweaks amplify these benefits. Regular exercise, even gentle walks or yoga, improves circulation and hormone balance for both partners, making intimate times more responsive. Stress management through simple breathing exercises or hobbies reduces cortisol, which can otherwise throw off natural rhythms. Sleep is another underrated hero. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours nightly helps regulate everything from mood to physical readiness. In my practice, I've seen couples transform by incorporating these habits. One pair started weekly hikes, which not only boosted their energy, but also sparked more open chats about their needs. Another focused on meal prepping together, discovering how fun it was to experiment with flavors that enhanced their connection. Science from studies on nutrition and endocrinology confirms that these elements interplay to support reproductive health without needing fancy interventions. Diving deeper into the emotional layers, acceptance isn't just a nice idea. It's a game changer rooted in psychology. Research from relationship experts shows that when partners feel fully seen and valued, oxytocin levels rise, that bonding hormone, which fosters trust and reduces anxiety. This creates a virtuous cycle. Less worry means more relaxation, leading to better physical responses and more satisfying experiences. I've had patients share stories where simply voicing appreciation for their partner's uniqueness turned around years of quiet disconnection. One man in his 60s told me how, after our talk, he started complimenting his wife on how her body responded to him, and it reignited their playful side. It's proof that words matter as much as actions. To cultivate this, try daily affirmations or gratitude shares, nothing over the top, just honest notes like, "I love how we fit together." Over time, this builds resilience against life's stresses, keeping the flame alive well into later years. Of course, health checks are non-negotiable for sustaining this. As a urologist, I recommend routine screenings not just for infections, but for overall vitality. For men, prostate checks and testosterone levels can reveal if fatigue or changes stem from something treatable. For couples, joint visits to discuss concerns demystify things and empower you both. If dryness becomes an issue, over-the-counter lubricants made from natural ingredients can bridge the gap safely, but always check with a doc first. And if medications are in play, like blood pressure pills that might affect performance, there are often adjustments or alternatives. The point is, proactive care prevents small issues from becoming roadblocks, allowing you to focus on the joy. Let's circle back to that action plan to make this stick. First, spark the wellness dialogue. Suggest a shared check-up as a team effort, framing it as investing in your future together. Every 6 months keeps things current without overdoing it. Second, stay observant without judgment. If a change pops up, propose a joint refresh, like a relaxing bath, or gently encourage a professional opinion. Teamwork turns it into an adventure rather than a chore. Third, live out that acceptance daily. Remind yourself that her unique traits are assets, signs of vitality and mutual trust. Over time, this mindset shifts everything from hesitant to harmonious. I get it. Topics like this can stir up shyness, especially if you've never discussed them openly. But you're in good company. Every guy who walks into my office has similar wonders and worries. And the beautiful part, once they open up with compassion, their relationships don't just hold steady, they flourish. Safety isn't a romance killer, it's the bedrock that lets passion endure. Trust me, with that foundation, your later decades can be filled with more vitality and connection than you imagined. So, wrapping this up, fellows, the core message is clear that inner drive for closeness doesn't clock out with age. Your 60s, 70s, and beyond hold potential for profound confidence and bonds if you release old stigmas, welcome each other wholly, and prioritize shared health. Skip the quick fix schemes or risky shortcuts. Instead, nurture your habits, communicate freely, and celebrate the full spectrum of intimacy. If this resonated, smash that like, subscribe for more real talk advice, and pass it along to a buddy who might need it. In the comments, share your location and what topic you'd like next. I'm all ears. I'm Dr. Sophia, and here's to reclaiming ease, joy, and strength in every chapter of life. Your spark is timeless, and so are you.